Good morning. Welcome to the Brown Bag Gentleman. My name is Scott. In today's shave, we're going to have some nice equipment. Today we're going to use my best razor that I own, Charcoal Goods Bronze Razor. I forget what they call that handle. They call that handle, not the priest handle, some bishop handle. I think bishop handle, I think is what they call that. The knurling up top there, which is just hits me perfect. That's like that's the balance point. Can we prove that? There we go. See, that's the balance point. So it just balances really nice. I mean, this razor has some heft to it. This is solid. What is it? Brass handle, bronze handle. I think it's bronze handle, and of course head. It's all billet machined. And then see that little weight on the end that does not come off. That's a solid piece of the handle. 3-piece razor. I've got it loaded with a Gillette. You can't really see through the lines, but it's got the Gillette silver platinum blade in it. That's the blade of choice for me as of late. I'm really just kind of working that blade through its paces because I'm kind of impressed with it. A little bit more aggressive blade without going all the way to the feather, but it's got some good performance. So I'm pleased with it, and we're continuing to use it. So we got this, and we've got, which I got for my 25th wedding anniversary from my wife. Today, not that you can tell with all the shaving soap I've got on right now, but this is the one I showed you the pieces earlier. This is the Charcoal Goods machined base and an AP Shave Co. Ghost brush part, which you'll see at the end when I rinse it out, but you've seen it in my prequel video. So we're going to be using that today. And of course, the soap of the day is something I don't really use often. It's probably about 4 years old, sitting on my shelf. So I don't use it often. It's really nice though. It's the Stallion for Razor Rock. I believe it's a tallow-based soap from Razor Rock. You can't tell because it's so old that the ingredients and everything have worn off the label. You just can't read that. So it's like I can't read to tell you what's in it. But I can tell you I like it. But to me, the scent smells like $1 million. It's probably the fanciest smelling shave soap that I own. It is really phenomenal. To me, it's like it's probably a little bit too good for wearing to work every day. At least for me, compared to what I normally wear. It smells so wonderful. And of course, it's a little on the strong side for Italian Barber Razor Rock brand soap. The scent hangs around, especially in the aftershave. Really works well. This one is just, to me, it's the surprise of any kind of Razor Rock you get, because it really does last. It's a really good performer. But that scent, it just smells like you have $1 million in the bank. It really does. That's kind of the way I describe it, because it's just so rich. It's an oud scent. It doesn't even sound fancy. Oud. So yeah, I don't wear it every day, but I feel like wearing it today. It's Saturday. What's today's date? Today is when I'm filming this. I'm not sure when I'll get it on the YouTube, but I'm filming it on Saturday, August 22nd. Yes, I think it's 22nd. Yes, it is. It's 22nd. I know that because I start my new job on the 24th, Monday. So, of course, we're starting our shave by washing the face. I don't always show you washing the face, but I'm showing it to you today. And of course, you saw me put on the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements pre-shave soap. And of course, this soap, I'll probably do a video on this soap separately, just by itself, because it is kind of a unique performer. It's a good pre-shave soap, whether you're using it just to wash your face, as I'm doing today, whether you're putting it on as a pre-shave to a lesser shave soap, something that's not such a good performer for slickness, what have you, and you don't want to get ripped up. For example, I got this cheap little, what is it? Not that. Peanut Club Mint soap. This is cheap soap. This is just, it just is. I've tried it. I've used it a couple times, but yeah, I don't really want to use it without using that Phoenix underneath it. I just don't. It's just not a good performer, and I would not recommend it to a new shaver. Will I keep it in my den? Well, yeah, because geez, I don't want to throw it away. I'll use it because I know I can use that Phoenix underneath it, and I can make it turn into a better performer. So I can use it. But if I didn't have that, then no, I really couldn't, and I'd probably toss it or give it away. But I wouldn't even give it away to my neighbor's son because they say it's just not a good enough performer. I would feel bad. He was getting rough shaving. He's just new to the shaving game, and kid's like 15 years old and starting in on this, and so we're going to get him started correctly. Him and his dad, Steve, both. Okay, this is, oh, a lot of soap at the handle. There we go. This is, so you got to push on this to make it splay. So it's a firmer brush. And I like the variety of brushes. You know, let's say last week I was using my soft brush, which is so squishy. It's the softest brush I own. It's just so squishy, soft, and I like it, but I don't like this too. What I'm not liking is all the soap I've made. It's such a short one that I bowl lathered. See the bowl lather? But it's all over the handle, so probably should have wiped that. It makes it a little slippery because it's a solid billet aluminum handle, so it's a little slippery. Okay, one with the razor. Here we go. Pass one with the green. And say this is my most expensive razor, and it is my favorite razor. It just really performs just absolutely perfect for my face. And this is the level 2. Probably 5 years ago I would have wanted the level 1, but you know, my face is getting older. Cutting all these silver whiskers. But the level 2 just performs, and it's not it's not what I would call an aggressive razor really at all. It's still no more than medium at most. Yeah, but it just does such a wonderful job. And it's, say, a small head. I haven't really used it on the half mustache, so we'll see. Let's see, because we use that. What was that one that we used last week? In fact, I've got it drying over here on the side of the sink. The Razor Rock Game Changer razor with a small head. And it just was, and borrowed my neighbor's open comb base plate for it, for a mild open comb, but it just did better than my aggressive solid base plate. It's just, I'm getting one. But it does a great job underneath the nose here. So let's see how this does. Can this measure up? Oops, I snagged the corner of my mustache, it looks like. Oh well, it grows back. The length of this is a 2.5 on my trimmer. It's a 2.5, like a 2.5 weeks growth. That's why. So basically on Fridays I shave it down to that. So it probably gets up to a 3.5. It probably goes it goes up 1 week's worth. But I shave it down to a 2.5, which I did Thursday this week. Normally do it Friday. I did Thursday, so 2 days ago. Let's see. Okay, I could use a little bit. Okay, a little tougher to get at than the open comb. Of course, an open comb's gonna grab it. Okay, oops, yep, and I necked myself. I thought I felt a little aggressiveness there. All right, so yeah, we did that. But it's easy to do for me. That's why I really only like to give it one pass when I get the mustache thing going. So we're done with that for today. There we go. Splay that thing out. There we go. Splay it out. Gonna push a little bit. Yeah. But it's lathering well. It's a synthetic brush. And those Razor Rock soaps, you just can't fault them. They just work. I am particularly fond of tallow, and that's why I recall that having tallow in it. If I have my choice, I'd rather have a tallow soap. But having said that, the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements soaps, which I have, which are not the CK6, they're not the current formula. I've used them, I've had samples, and it's very nice. This is the one before that. This is the Crown King formula. And it's very nice and has a wonderful post-shave feel, as does the CK6. But those are so nice. When those run out, yeah, I'll get the CK6 version. Pardon me while I'm bleeding. Let me see here. Reaching for the alum block. That's not styptic, that's alum. I'm going to dip it in the water. See if I can just get that to behave a little bit. A little sting, a little sting. Ah! There we go. Set that aside. There we go. And then, see, we just did pass 2 across the grain, and now we're going to do pass 3 against the grain. And what I've discovered with the difference between a synthetic brush and a natural brush is that the synthetic brushes seem to hold the soap across the whole head, where the natural brushes seem to jam it all down to the base, and you got to push it out to really use it all. Just my little observance. Could be the way that I'm mashing this in like this, but I guess maybe it's just the way that the synthetics splay easier than the natural hairs, and as part of it, I would bet. But just my observation. Okay. Pass 3 against the grain. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's so smooth, so nice. In my tree, I just do 3 around the Adam's apple. I do three passes, same direction against the grain. Over the Adam's apple too. And yeah, just smooth. 3 seems to be the number for me to make it work. And say I've got gray whiskers, a little coarser. So if you don't have the gray whiskers, you can probably get by with a couple perhaps, or it depends on how coarse and thick your beard is. Oh, that's so nice. That is so nice. Wow, I like that. Just really enjoy the shave with this. This is my absolute favorite razor. Of course, it would have to be the most expensive one, but does it mean that a less expensive razor can't do a good job? No, it does not. The game changer for me, now that I've tuned in the game changer to use the open comb, and I'll tweak it some more with blades. I used it, say, last week with the Astro, because that's where I start with every new configuration or razor. But if I bump it up to one of these Gillettes, it might even do a little bit better for me. Oh yeah, that's just so, a little bit right there. Yep, there we go, that did it. Okay, so hold on while I clean up for some post thoughts. And I'm back, and see, we just basically wipe down the face, warm water, then cold water. I'm just trying that method here for a while, and let me see, let me just go that little bit of bleeder here after I wash my face. But as long as we get this in hand, we're going to use this for the whole face. So I just splash some water on from the sink. There we go. And go ahead and do the whole face with it. And see, when I use this instead of the witch hazel on the shelf. So today we'll use this. Got that little bit, I nicked myself under the nose, so good to know. I am using, say, the Gillette Silver Blue blade in it, so a little more aggressive blade. The rest of the shave just felt so good. I know I went in too much of an angle and kind of scraped at it, so it's my own fault. It's technique. It's not the not the razor. So that razor just, oh, it feels so good. Oh man. Just the nicest, closest shave. Just really impressed. Let's see. There we go. I just wiped that off on the towel. Put that back in the shelf. All right. So, get it all dry a little bit. I'm going to use that Oud Italian Barber scent for my aftershave. Good hefty splash. There we go. Good hefty. There we go. Get all over me. Ah, yeah. Smelling like $1 million. Alrighty. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Any other? Let's say the soap worked well. Enjoyable scent. It's not super strong. It's probably mid-strength. I mean, it's 4 years old, so right now it's like a mid-strength at most. Probably maybe somewhere between a 4 and a 5% strength off the puck. On the face, it's yes, no more than that. Now, just I think it was definitely stronger when it was new, but I'll say like 4 years ago. So it's had it for a while, and you can tell too because the artwork is different. This is the old original artwork. I know it's changed on the newer pucks that you can get from Italian Barber. Will it again? I don't know because I'm just not using it that much. I really enjoy it. It's a wonderful scent. If you've never tried an oud scent, you gotta try it. It's just phenomenal. But yeah, for me, a little goes a long ways. Not when I want to use it every day because it's just such a rich smelling. It's like eating a rich meal. It's like you don't want to do that too much. That's the way I kind of feel about it because it's such a luxurious scent. It's just so nice that to me it's just a little bit too nice for every day. I might save that for for events instead when you really want to smell to smell the pop. So I hope that helped you. Helped shed a little light on the equipment, and so we'll be trying out that new brush that I've assembled from the parts. Well, let's rinse that off too, just so you can see it. There we go. I want to rinse off the handle at least so you can see it. There you go. Spin it around so you can see what it. So that thing is just see it's the solid metal machined aluminum base in that ghost gray top from AP Shave Co. I'm trying to remember what that goes for. It was cheap. It wasn't very much money. I think it was somewhere between $12 and $14. I think this I got on sale. I don't remember how much. It happened to be on sale on that Charcoal Goods website, so I jumped on it and seeing got that. Had to wait for another 4 days or so for that to show up, and I glued this a couple of days ago. I glued it, so today's the first use of it. I have to get used to it. Don't let it display. It does. You got to push it in to display it out, but it performed wonderfully. First time you saw it, and it performed so good. So now I'll say, let me cut this off so I can put a little Steptic on this now that it's not going to stop bleeding. But thank you for joining me, and go with God.